Hello, wrestling fans! He's not here tonight. What do you want me to do? Welcome to this special edition of Three the Hard Way. This is the special Survivor Series edition of Three the Hard Way, where we would go through the predictions. Caesar Scorpio's not here today, so I'm going to give you my predictions. And Scorpio, if you're watching, put your predictions down in the comments box. Done and done, easy. For the Survivor Series matches that we have so far, they're going to no doubt make at least one more match on SmackDown tomorrow. So if they do, we'll go ahead and add the match name and also the predictions into the comment box as well. Now for the first match, the U.S. Championship for Dolph Ziggler versus John Morrison. Now this match... Dolph Ziggler is actually one of the most interesting U.S. champions that they've had for a while, so it would be easy to say that they'd go ahead and retain him. I think John Morrison is actually going to win this one. I think it's going to be a really good match, but I think John Morrison is going to win it. And the reason I say that is, if you look down below, Dolph Ziggler, or as we go along, you'll see Dolph Ziggler is actually in another match. This is, I think, the second pay-per-view in a row that he's been in two matches. So it looks to me like they have bigger things planned for Dolph Ziggler going into 2012. We'll see, so I think that he's probably going to lose the belt here, and bigger things are going to happen to him next year. We'll see, but that's what my prediction is for that match for the U.S. Championship. John Cena and The Rock versus The Miz and R-Truth. Now, as was shown on Monday Night Raw, The Rock does not play well with others. If you have to partner up with him, odds are he's going to do whatever he needs to do, and if that involves him stopping you from doing your special move so that he can do his special move, it's going to happen. So I think at some point in this match, that's going to come to a head, and this may go from being a Miz and R-Truth versus The Rock and John Cena match to John Cena versus The Rock. Don't know. But in any case, I think that partnership is going to dissolve almost immediately. So I think The Miz and R-Truth are going to wind up taking this one. Whatever happens is going to be a lead into what's going to go on in WrestleMania in April. So either way, it should be entertaining. Moving on to the next match. The World Heavyweight Championship match. This is Mark Henry versus The Big Show. This one's kind of a tough one for me to call because Mark Henry, what's been going on so far with Mark Henry, they've actually put together some pretty epic matches, from the exploding ring, going back to the match, the series of matches that he's had against Sheamus. It's kind of a hard call, but I think Mark Henry's going to retain it. And the reason that I think that is, I think that the Big Show is going to lose this time, but I think that it'll be just in time for another one of the guys that Mark Henry put off on the shelf for a while, Kane. I think it's going to be time for Kane to come back and in turn go toe-to-toe with Mark Henry. Again, I'm going out on a limb with this prediction. I'm just, engaging in precision guesswork. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to go with Mark Henry on this one. Moving on to the WWE Championship between Alberto Del Rio and CM Punk. Again, this is one of those end of the year things. I think CM Punk is going to win this one. But no matter what happens, I think if anything happens with Kevin Nash, it's going to happen in this match. He back in August, he showed up, dropped the power bomb on CM Punk while they were scrambling around. So I think there's going to be some Kevin Nash, John Laurinaitis shenanigans with this match, but I think CM Punk's going to take this one. Moving on to the Team Orton versus Team Barrett 5-on-5 Survivor Series Tag Team match. This one, who can call it? I'm going to go ahead and, well, first of all, let me say this. Two of the standouts in this whole series are going to be Sheamus on Team Orton, and also, again, Dolph Ziggler on Team Barrett. I just have this sneaking suspicion that these are going to be the two big guys that are going to be doing a lot of business again in 2012. So they are on separate teams, so it's kind of a hard call. But I think Team Barrett's going to win. Again, both teams are pretty stacked, but I think Team Barrett's going to win. So yeah, just throwing that one on the floor. I have it's too close to call. I think that's what's going to happen. So deal with it. Moving on to the Divas Championship, Beth Phoenix versus Eve Torres in a Lumberjill match. Okay, now this ought to be a pretty interesting match. Beth Phoenix has had the title for a little while. I'm going to go with Eve Torres on this one just because I think that they've been keeping it kind of low, but I think they're building toward throwing it Eve Torres' way. Again, I'm basing this purely on the fact that, again, Eve Torres is one of the better divas that they've got. She's got the look, she's got the moves, she's got the jiu-jitsu. Why not? And again, they could go ahead and set this up to be a rivalry that goes on for a little while. So, I believe it's going to be Eve Torres. So that's all I got. Everybody else, anybody watching, if you have opinions, if you think it's going to be somebody else, or if you think all of my choices are crap, go ahead and comment in the comment section. That's what it's there for, and we'll go ahead and go from there. And again, Caesar, if you're watching, put your choices down on the bottom. For myself, the Invincible E, Vincent, and the absentee Caesar Scorpio. Take care.